Warning.
We we are not YouTube professionals.
No, the rest of these are definitely going to be difficult to get through. They're not very good, and it's very hard to think of stuff to say and be intriguing.
Yeah, this is literally just a fun little side project for us to do once a week.
Yeah, it's for fun.
It's for fun.
These are my recreation clothes.
Jesus Christ. Heavens, no. Same city, completely different zip code.
Which do you find more exhilarating, Trevor? Pain or the pleasure? Personally, I prefer pain.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. This is a Gotham Gavel movie review, and this is Gotham Cinebites. I'm Terry,
I'm Lindsay.
and today we are reviewing Hellraiser Hellseeker.
Say it with more enthusiasm.
Number 6. Well, I remember liking this movie more than I did. Yeah, that's not very good.
We'll get into it.
It's not very good. But, movie stars Dean Winters and Ashley Lawrence, the return of Kirsty. And when I was a kid, I saw a Geico commercial, and I just remember, dang, who was that? And then years later, figuring out, when I saw this movie for the first time, like, fuck, that was Kirsty. So it's just funny to me that she was in, like, the first Geico commercials with the gecko back in the day. And now Dean Winters is Mr. Mayhem. So it's like the battle of the insurance people. The insurance commercials. But, so yeah. Hellseeker. Really only have one main character, really. It's Trevor.
Yeah.
Played by Dean. The rest, they are reoccurring, but none that I would say is a main character, besides a little bit you see of Kirsty.
Kirsty, the detective.
Yeah.
The doctor.
The detectives, because they're two people.
Yeah.
You never see them together, and at the end you find out why. But, so yeah, we will get into the story and...
Yeah. So, in this movie, I was excited to see Kirsty's debut. So, the movie first starts out with Mr. Mayhem and Kirsty are in the car.
Yeah, and they needed some insurance because the first 2 minutes they just fly off the bridge.
Yeah. Immediately.
So they crash in the water, and
he sees her drowning.
And
then, bam, he wakes up in a hospital.
I just would not have left you like that, but that's just me. I don't know. We find that later why. But, so he wakes up in the hospital, and it seems, I guess what do they say?
Odd.
It's like a month later. But, the whole hospital scene where they're, like, peeking into his brain, that's never really...
Oh, I forgot about that.
It's never really explained. Like, what was the point of that?
Again, and I guess we'll mention this later.
It's a lot of random shit.
Exactly. The whole movie is filmed like a shitty, bad dream.
So once again, this is one of the stories where it wasn't really a Hellraiser movie. They just sprinkled Hellraiser in.
Yeah.
And it's evident. So the whole movie is basically him talking to the detective, trying to figure out, because the detective tells him that they couldn't find her body. She disappeared.
Yeah.
So the whole movie is them.
He's thinking she's drowned.
Because he thinks he saw her die.
Right.
But she disappeared. So they're trying to find him, and then slowly they're peeling back layers of some shady shit. And he's one of the luckiest men I've ever seen, because Kirsty is hot. But then his boss is hot.
No.
She's trying to get him. And then his
the
neighbor is hot.
Yeah, she's cute.
And then the acupuncture lady.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nobody's ever gonna...
All these very good-looking women after
So, yep.
this dude.
So eventually the story starts to unravel that he went to this place and bought the box and gave it to her as a anniversary present. And you seem to think what the detective said was pretty, or what he said to the detective, that she never shared her past. But I think she did, because how else would he know to go looking for this box?
Yeah, that was just some bullshit he said. So yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Or he just didn't remember.
Well, that could be true too, because the way this whole thing is filmed, it's just like a
Bad dream.
a bad dream.
But you find out that this guy is like into voyeurism because he films everything.
Everything.
So we're watching one of the one of the videos, and he gives her the box as a present, and she opens it, and like, I trusted you, all this stuff. So that
She felt the betrayal, like, I trusted you.
Yeah. So finally, I think she got it in her mind, like, look, I'm never going to get away from this, so I might as well open it. So I think Pinhead later says, we were unseen by you. So you see her talking to Pinhead, and, you know, I've come for you. You opened the box long ago, and then she finally, like, wait. And she makes a deal to bring them five souls in exchange for hers. So she goes after the boss that he's fucking cheating on her with, the neighbor, it's number 2, the acupuncture lady. Oh yeah, his friend, her coworker was also. They were trying to kill her, and make it look like an accident to get her insurance money. So
you never find out exactly how they planned on doing that either.
And then Trevor is the 5th soul. So towards the end of the movie, the script kind of gets flipped. You're back in where the car went in the water, and Trevor's dead, and 5 souls, and she gets to live because she brought them 5 souls. So,
ooh, and that is the very, very short version of an extremely longly drawn out story.
I know we left some out, but we
left out a ton. But
the weird thing to me too is like the eel that was in his mouth, and then you find out that the coroner pulls it out of his mouth when he's actually dead at the end.
Well, and also too, he keeps complaining of these headaches throughout the whole movie, and
she shoots him in the head.
She shoots him in the head with a gun. It's like, oh, that's why his head hurts. Okay, dark humor.
Okay, so positives. Once again, Gary and Mike in the special effects department. The Cenobites, for whatever brief you see them, were all great. There's Stitch, and she's the female that actually puts that thing in his mouth and twists it in that one.
We didn't get enough of that. That was pretty neat.
You got the bound female making her debut. Surgeon is another cool one. He's in there very briefly. And then the one you see the least is Chatterer 3. When Chatterer shows back up, it's literally 2 seconds. And it's Mike dressed as Chatterer. And he's not even credited. That's how brief.
That's very weird.
That's how brief you see Chatterer.
Where the hell was the bound woman? I don't even remember her.
You don't remember the bound woman?
I remember the Stitch lady Cenobite like shoving it in his mouth, but that's it.
There's 2 women.
I don't remember the other one. It was too brief.
Well, you're gonna have to watch this and
Fuck
when
that.
I put the pictures up.
Okay, the pictures, yes.
But so yeah, that's Cenobites. I do like. Look, 5 is a lot better than this movie, but you do see and get a lot more dialogue from Pinhead. When you do
in this
see
one?
Pinhead's barely in 5. But when you do see him, when he comes out of that poster, that's pretty cool.
That is pretty neat.
When he's talking to Trevor and he's an upside down reflection, that's pretty cool.
That was cool.
Yeah, there's a lot more Pinhead.
He looks great.
And then the guy who gives Trevor the box, that's Doug Bradley too.
I thought that was a pretty cool scene.
Yeah, that's why I still say Doug Bradley could have been a character like that in a new one. But anyways. And I like... they actually mention Le Marchand's name, so then they mention callback to the puzzle box.
Yeah.
But, God, that's about all I like about this movie.
Oh my gosh. I mean, that's... that's pretty much mine, to be honest with you. I liked Pinhead. Every movie, I think he looks really badass. He looks like
What were you
slightly
saying?
better. Huh?
You can actually see the brass.
Yeah, yes, in this movie you can actually see that he has brass pins, which I never knew that they were brass until he told, because like his bust up there has brass pins. I'm like, he doesn't have brass. He's like, he always has brass pins, but
always brass.
they have never looked brass to me until this movie. You can clearly see they're very brass.
You can see the brass again really well in 7 and 8.
But yeah, I don't remember. It's hard to say which makeup I like so far. But his outfit, his little bondage suit that he always wears, looks really good in this movie.
In 5, it looks the same as 6, but he just looked blue.
He was very blue.
Like, everything was blue in 5. This one, it looks more like the regular colors.
Well, that could have been... Because I feel like that during that period of time in the 90s, they used that blue cast.
It was 2000.
Was that 2000?
This one's 2002, by the way.
Whatever. Okay, well, around that period of time, like, they did use that. I remember there's a few movies I saw with that different green and blue hue in the film.
Alright, so no more likes. I mean, dislikes, I mean, it's too much to talk about. But one that was shocking to me, very early evident, was the music is horrible. The score is really bad. And it makes, like I was telling you, it gives the made-for-TV Lifetime sci-fi movie feel.
Yes, 100%.
The music makes it feel and look cheap.
Look and feel cheap. I agree completely. Even the little CGI movements were just very And I feel bad because, like, I don't like to, I'm sure they worked really hard on this film, but it's just,
I don't know.
Not for me.
It really scares me going forward. I thought I remembered liking this movie.
Yeah. Remember you telling me that.
If it turns out to be like this, I'm really scared for the next one. I mean, I don't... So, I guess we're already there. So, anything else to say?
I guess, well, I agree with everything that you said. The entire feel of it, audio, just, my biggest disappointment, I guess, is, like, I was really excited that Kirsty made her debut back. And I like the Mr. Mayhem guy. I think his commercials are hilarious.
Commercials are great. He's one of my favorite characters in Rescue Me.
Okay, but, like, not in this movie.
No.
The acting is extremely poor. It's very awkward at times. It's very forced. And I just really was hoping for more. Especially more screen time with Kirsty. I don't like her straight hair. Whatever, it's modern.
Yeah, it's modern.
For that time, it was modern.
But I think
but that's, like, literally, like, the smallest
collectively,
detail.
the entire Hellraiser fan base probably would share that. Like, here's Kirsty, and then she's dead.
You're gonna do something.
2 minutes, you see her fucking drown.
Yeah, and then, I mean, like, I like that she gets her redemption. I guess there's a like. I like that she gets redemption on this piece of shit asshole guy. And she, skirts away out of the Pinhead Cenobite universe.
One thing I was
again,
to you last night, too, was...
I thought it was crazy that she killed those people, though.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, you do what you gotta do to escape Pinhead. But, she made a deal with him in the first one, and they reneged. So, I mean, you could just... I don't know if it was a deleted scene, but I remembered Pinhead having, like, a smirk. Like, very well. I accept. Like, he's just, like, accepting her offer for 5 souls.
I think
like,
he likes her.
Like, look what I did. That's why I was just like, wait, he's like...
Really?
Go on.
Yeah, I think he likes her. He's intrigued by her.
Yeah.
For sure.
I don't know. She's still heavily in the cons and in the fandom, so maybe one day we'll see her again.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be really cool because I
even
think
a small character in like the newer.
Yeah.
If they continue the new movies,
that would be really neat. I agree.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess that's my likes and dislikes. Very short, not a lot.
Yeah, but it's so hard to film these because like you don't just want to not finish, but it's like I don't want to bore these people to death with this.
Yeah, I know.
This fucking sucked.
Yeah, I agree.
So, I'm counting on you to bring the positivity for 7, because it is horrible. Okay, so back to this one. Final ratings. Keep in mind the next one's worse, so don't aim too high.
I mean, out of 5, that's really hard, because I feel like, I can't believe I gave the last one a 3, because I don't like that one at all either.
Yeah, but would you agree that it was better than this? I mean, it sucks because it has Kirsty.
Yeah.
And the Cenobites are better. And then it's not just one torso and 2 same twins.
Yeah, exactly. There's
But
more things in this movie that I...
better than this one. I say for me, you can keep thinking, it's a 2 for me.
I'll give it 2.5.
Alright, so 2.5.
And I can't believe this movie, of course, it was only viewed like a little under 600 times, and it got like a 4.5.
4.5 stars.
Whoa. Y'all, what are you doing?
What's wrong with you kids today?
Ah.
Alright, so I guess that'll do me.
Yeah, pretty much.
I got nothing else to say. You guys take it easy. Have a good weekend. And I'll try not to dread set. But hey, 8. 8's going to be good. Lance Henriksen's in 8. But we got to get through the rough to get to... The 8, 9, and 10 are better than these two. So
These last 2 have been difficult, man.
wait till we get to 7. We'll try. We'll try not to be so. But
I know!
It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. You guys have a good weekend. We'll see you back here next week for Dead or. Take it easy.
Bye.
Court situation.